Hello everybody, my name is Faith Timothy and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be looking at choices teenagers need to make in their life. So let's move on to Miss Erugo Uchechi. She said, teenage age is a period of personal decision making. Yes. Now this is my thoughts. Any teenager that actually wants to grow should depend on Jesus Christ in all their decisions, yes? Because if you think you can do everything by yourself, it's actually a big mistake. As a teen, the best choice to make is to actually follow Jesus Christ, because that is when your other decisions will make sense. I really love this contribution. It's really good because I feel like teenagers now, some that I actually grew up in a Christian family, they intend to know God as far. I grew up in a Christian family, but not having that communication, not having that self-relationship with God. So I believe that before anything works out for you, you have to know who God is, know who your maker is, because he's the person that goes before you to make every crooked way straight. Let me share a story. I actually wanted to start this YouTube channel since, but I wanted to do things out of my lifestyle and everything. I'm not saying it's bad, it's actually good. But this year, beginning of this year, I joined a club in my school. So I was able to speak on self-esteem and everything. And then I saw people asking me questions that then I did not know the answer to it. But I told God, please give me an answer to these people that will be satisfying to them. And then I saw myself talking, I saw myself giving out answers, and they were really blessed. There's something, when I came back home that day, and something told me, rather than starting a YouTube channel showing your lifestyle, why don't you talk about teenage life and the struggles for both male and females, especially males though, because I feel like the society has made them, has pushed them aside of people that don't really need so much help and everything, but they are human beings too, and I feel like there is a need for them to actually need help. So what am I trying to say? Sometimes things don't go your way because God has something better planned out for you. God has something much more enthusiastic and much more fun planned out for you. Even because last year I wouldn't have thought about doing this to me, come and talk, when I still have some challenges I'm going through on my own. Yes, we'll see. No, I believe that even an adult don't really understand themselves fully, but that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Everybody is growing, everybody is learning, and we learn every day, even outside school. So I believe that sharing my own part of my knowledge to people out there and receiving from people out there is going to make me and my audience out there be a better person. Takes two to work, right? I don't know how they do that saying. Okay, so moving on to Ibeh Charles. Mr. Ibeh Charles, he said, I believe that the friends we make goes a long way in the decision we make, so we should choose our friends rightly and wisely. Which is true. Which is, that saying that says, show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. That saying goes a very long way. Know who you choose, know who your friends are, and how to choose your friends wisely and rightly. And I'll be teaching on that in my next episode. Might not be the next one though, but one of my episodes on values, because I feel like the only way you can actually choose your friends are people who work towards your values. Like, you guys share the same values, you guys share the same principles. This is what I stand for, this is what you also stand for. So yeah, we can work things out. No fight. Oh, there will obviously be fights, but it won't be toxic. It won't be you trying to be someone else that you're not. It won't be difficult. You get my point? So I believe that friends have a long way to go in your decisions, and choosing a wrong friend can also terminate your decision. Like Miss Abraham Seed Favor said, she said that making decisions can either help you, can bring destruction or success. All right, yes. So the friends you make determines your decisions, like determines 20% of your decisions, because just sometimes you need to ask for advice. Please, what do you think I should do about this thing? Do you think this will work that way? Sometimes you go to meet your parents, sometimes you go to meet your friends. Okay, let me share an example of what happened. A teacher pissed me off one day and I reacted wrongly. So my friend was like, I should go, and I already said I wasn't going to apologize. I'd rather just avoid those kind of situations and it will be better. But my friend was like, I should go and apologize to avoid trouble. My own perspective was avoiding the matter to avoid trouble. She was like, I should apologize and avoid the trouble and make peace and everything will work together. It took much more convincing, but I actually adhered to our advice and I went to apologize and things worked out for me. So the friends, I know the friends like, that one, leave that woman. You get my point. So the friends you keep, the friends you make are also responsible for the decisions you make. So choose your friends wisely and rightly through your values, through your principles, through your perspective of how you choose your friends and everything. So we'll be looking at Miss Bende Juliet. She said, for me, encouragement, nurture, attentions, love and support for yourself. That is actually good, because you have to encourage yourself. If no one encourages you, you will not encourage yourself. Abi, what am I saying? If someone doesn't encourage you, you have to encourage yourself. I remember dropping the first video on my YouTube channel, and then things were not working out for me. Sometimes light issues and other stuff. I told my sister that I wanted to stop. She was like, "Okay, go ahead." I looked at her like, "Are you expecting me to stop?" She was like, "What do you want me to say? That people say, yeah, and you wanted to start a YouTube channel? Okay, bye." Stop now. She was like, if you're expecting her to encourage me, forget about it. That I should start by encouraging myself first, that I can do this. Because in some situations where she's not around and where she can't actually encourage me, who will I run to for encouragement? You have to encourage yourself. You have to nurture yourself. You have to give yourself attention. Take yourself out on a normal day. Time spend on yourself. Take yourself out, because one thing about life is that when people see that you don't value yourself, you don't love yourself, they intend to give you that same treatment you give to yourself. Because the only way people treat you better is when you start to treat yourself better. Because that's why I'm really actually going to emphasize on this love, because when you love yourself, there are some things you can't take. There are some decisions you can't make for yourself. There are some attitudes, there are some ill friendship you can't stand. You have to say, no, I am worth more than this. I am actually better than this, so I can't stand this. You move on, you go ahead and do whatever you want to do. Just like, example, money already knows its worth. So you have to, because money knows its worth already because of the things that the money buys, you cherish it. You get my point? So just like self-worth, you have to have self-worth. It's still also based on values and everything. You have to know your self-worth, because the way you treat yourself make other people know that, okay, this person doesn't really like herself so much. Example of how you know that you don't like yourself: accepting ill relationship, accepting something that you know that you don't worth this, but then you're just trying to be comfortable with it. At least I'm her friend. At least this thing happened. At least when she's treating you badly, that is not what it's supposed to be. I'm really going to emphasize on this love thing, because I've seen so many people that really don't love themselves. They feel that the love that they need should come from people, but the first stage of actually loving yourself, of actually loving, is loving yourself. Then people will reciprocate that love you love towards yourself, and then you give out the love back, because you can't give out what you don't have. That is the truth. So at least today we learned so many things: decision making from Abraham, seed, favor, having a positive mindset and taking risk from Mr. Unkocha Kinsley, knowing God, involving God in everything you do, from Miss Erugo Uchechi, and from Mr. Ibeh Charles, choosing your friends wisely and rightly, and from Miss Bende, loving yourself, giving yourself attention, giving yourself everything you deserve, because you worth every single thing, both to males and females. You worth it all. And don't ever think least of that. You worth everything. Don't ever think low of yourself. Don't ever think you don't deserve what you should deserve, and even more. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then comment. Remember, I emphasized on the comments earlier on, so that I can actually relate to my viewers, share out to people out there that I feel needs this message. Okay, you can follow me on my other social media handles. Do have a great day. Okay.